Okay, so we're here for the Saturday, August 15th, 2026 AAA, AA, High A, Single A, and Rookie Ball scores. Let's go talk about Buffalo, 7-5, let's go AAA in 10 innings. Buffalo, 7-5 Rouge. Rochester, 5-2 Charlotte. Syracuse, 4-3 over Jacksonville in 10 innings. Gwinnett, 9-6 over Norfolk. Gay Valley, 5-4 Sir. Durham, 4-1 over Memphis. Columbus, 7-2. I said 6-2. It was 7-2 over Omaha. Toledo 4-3 over Louisville. Toledo actually had 4 runs and 3 hits, winning with more runs and hits, which is wow. Then we have Indianapolis 4-3 over Nashville and Sims. Oklahoma City 1-0 Albuquerque. And then the completion of August 14th game. We did not reach the minimum number of innings. And so Las Vegas had 2 in the first. Second round with 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Las Vegas with 5 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh for second round, 2 in the eighth for Las Vegas. Then Sharon 3 round up. So like 8 Cerro Paso. Tacoma 5-1 Reno. In the second game of the bar, after the full game, full 7 game, Las Vegas with 2 in the first. And 1 in the first for second. No. 2 in the fifth for second round. That's 3-2 win. So second round takes for the 7 inning game. Las Vegas takes the completion of the 9 inning game. Then St. Paul shuts out Iowa 6-0. St. Paul with 2 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh, and then St. Paul with 5 in 4 victory in the second game. It's a lot closer. Iowa scored all 4 of the runs in the first. Then St. Paul with 2 in the third, 3 in the sixth. They win 5-4. So 2 different games. 2 totally different games. A shutout, a 7 inning shutout victory, which, it's 7 innings, it's still solid though. They get a shutout. And then in the second game, they had to fight back, being down 4 runs, which is not the biggest deficit, but not a deficit that you want after 1 inning. Especially with 6 more, only reduced amount of innings, but they did it and they fought back. And then in Double A, we have Altoona, total 3 record, Binghamton 14-4 Portland, Harrisburg 7-2 Richard, Erie 5-4 Hartford. Then we have Somerset 5-1 New Hampshire, Chesapeake 9-3 Reading, Knoxville 4-1 Roxy, Chattanooga 5-4 Montgomery, Corpus Christi 10-6 over Chet, Pensacola 7-3 Roxy, Birmingham 4-3 over Columbus, Minnesota 4-3 Springfield, Arkansas 6-2 Tulsa, Frisco 7-1 over San Antonio, and Emerald 10-9 over Midland. That is Double A baseball. Okay, so let's go to High A baseball. So we have Hub C 4-2 Greenville. Hudson by 8-5 runs. Brooklyn 1-0 Ratio. Frederick 8-3 Bowman. Rome 19-6 Asheville. Greensboro 9-5 Red Sam. Dean 6-5 Roy County. Drake 7-4 South Bend. West Michigan 10-6 Johnson. Wisconsin 15-3 Rapids. Vancouver 5-3 Tracy. Eugene 4-3 Hillsboro. Then we have Spokane 9-2 in Beloit 3-2 Peoria in the first game. Beloit with 3 runs, 3 hits in the air on defense, and Peoria 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And Peoria 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and then Beloit 1 in the fourth, 5th, and 6th, and that's the game. And then the second game, Beloit wins on 2 runs and 3 with 3 hits, and they had 3 errors on defense. Peoria only had a run on the hit. And Peoria with a run in the third, and then Beloit scored all the runs in the fourth. I said all the runs, like both the runs in the fourth. That's it. And then we had Fort Wayne Quad C's. A doubleheader schedule. The first game finished on the 15th. It was Quad C's with a run in the second and 3 in the sixth. And Fort Wayne with 2 in the seventh. And the second game of the doubleheader was finished on the 16th. But I'm not going to mention that one. But Quad C's had 4 runs on 6 hits. Fort Wayne had 2 runs and 5 hits in the air. I'm not going to mention the second game because it was finished on Sunday. Turned it into a finish of the 7 inning game. and then a 7-inning game in the second game. So we had 3 straight 7-inning games to wrap the series up between 4 and quad C's. Then we had Jupiter 5, 3-1 Cincy. Remington 7-0 Lincoln. Clear 8-2 Farmers. Tampa 14-7 Redundant. Palm Beach 4 Redundant. Victory. Follows to Kannapolis 5-2. Kannapolis 5-2 Hickory. Myrtle Beach 5-1 Hosey. Salem follows to the Marbles 7-3. Columbia 8-3 Wilson. Fayetteville 11-4 Rose Fredericksburg. San Jose 9-2 Fresno. Trinidad Ranch. Lake Elsinore 6-0 Ampere. Stockton 6-0 Vizsla. In the first game of the doubleheader, Charleston wins 4 runs, 4 hits in the air. Augusta 3 runs, 4 hits in the air. Augusta with 3 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh for Charleston. And then Augusta with 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and they win 3 runs, 6 hits. Charleston had a 5-hit shutout, got 5-hit shutout. So they split the doubleheader. Charleston and Augusta both split it. And then in rookie ball, you have Angels 7-2 over Colonels. LED Batista 8-1 over Brewers Blue. Mariners 4-3 over Cubs Blue. Marlins 14-13 Rangers Blue. Red Sox Red 8-7 over LED Mega. Reds 6-3 over Astros Blue. Giants Orange 5-3 over Terra. I remember 7-5 over Blue. Anyway, Yankees 11-4 over Mets Blue. Rays Red 11. 8 over Red Sox Innings. Phillies 11-7 over Miami. Cardinals 9 over Arizona Black. And Tigers 2-6 for Twins. Pirates Black 7 over Cubs Red. Rockies 6-5 over Rangers Red. Ventura 10 over Orange. Pirates go 9 over Red Sox Blue. Astros 9 is nothing over San Mendoza. And then Tampa Bay 5-0 over Black. Nationals 200 Mets Orange. Padres go 9-2 over Rays. 3-9. Padres go 9-2 over Rays. And Rojos 4-3 over Brewers Gold. Arizona Red 16 over Giants Black. Rest for 2-4 over Braves. And then make up a giant 8 in the second game with a doubleheader. Rest for 2-1 9-1 over Braves.